Imagine Marcus Aurelius sitting in his palace, overwhelmed by war, betrayal, and politics, scribbling in his journal. "Dear universe, please send someone to fix my life. Love, Marcus." Yeah, that never happened, because deep down, the Stoics knew the uncomfortable truth. No one is coming to save you. No knight in shining armor, no miracle, no perfect moment. It's just you, your choices, your discipline, your mindset. That might sound harsh, but trust me, it's the most liberating truth you'll ever accept. Before we dive into how to become your own savior in a world that keeps selling you fairy tales, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to support our journey, and watch till the end. It might just flip your entire perspective on life. Number 1, the myth of rescue culture. We've been conditioned from childhood to believe someone or something will show up and magically make everything okay. Fairy tales gave us the prince. Religion gave us divine intervention. Modern self-help culture gives us manifestation. But reality? Reality gives us bills, breakups, and 37 unread emails from work. Stoicism strips away illusions. Epictetus didn't wait for the gods to grant him freedom. He freed his mind while still a slave. He didn't ask for a savior. He became one by mastering the one thing he controlled: himself. Every time you think, things will get better once, you're handing away your power. You're outsourcing your growth, happiness, and resilience. That's like asking someone else to do your push-ups and expecting to get abs. Here's the truth. No one is more invested in your success than you. Not your boss, not your friends, not even your mom, unless she's still packing your lunch. And even then, that lunch isn't going to fix your procrastination. Number 2, radical ownership is the key. Marcus Aurelius didn't blame the gods, his enemies, or fate. He blamed himself, not out of guilt, but out of power. The moment you take radical ownership, you shift from victim to warrior. And warriors don't wait for saviors. They become them. When you own everything, your mindset, your habits, your reactions, you stop playing defense. Life stops happening to you and starts happening for you. That's not just motivation talk. It's ancient Stoic wisdom. Think of your problems like wild dogs. If you keep running, they'll chase you. But if you turn around and face them, they back off. Responsibility works the same way. The more you own, the less owns you. And yes, owning your flaws can be uncomfortable. It's like finding out you're the villain in your own story. But guess what? Villains can redeem themselves if they're honest, ruthless, and willing to change. Number 3, how to build inner strength without a savior. So how do you actually become your own savior? Step 1, kill the fantasy. That dream version of life where you wake up motivated, never doubt yourself, and everyone claps when you enter a room? Yeah, let it go. This is life, not a Marvel movie. Instead, start small and brutal. Get disciplined. Make a morning routine. Say no more often. Practice silence. Read actual books, not just tweets pretending to be wisdom. These aren't glamorous steps, but they build something better than comfort, character. Stoics believe that you must train your mind like a warrior trains his sword. If you're waiting until life is easy to start building mental strength, it's like waiting for it to stop raining before you learn to swim. And let's be honest, sometimes you'll fall flat on your face. But that's part of saving yourself too. Because real growth doesn't come from never failing. It comes from failing and not making it someone else's fault. Number 4, the dangerous comfort of waiting. Waiting is seductive. It whispers things like, when the timing is right, or when you feel more confident. But waiting is often just fear wearing a fake mustache. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." If you're waiting for someone to come fix your life, you're not waiting, you're wasting. Comfort zones aren't just safe, they're prisons. And every day you wait inside one, the bars grow stronger. When you wait for someone else to rescue you, you slowly become someone not even worth rescuing. The Stoic path isn't about comfort, it's about clarity. And clarity reveals this. The life you want isn't coming to knock on your door. You'll have to build it brick by disciplined brick, using your own hands. Number 5, become the hero you've been waiting for. The twist no one tells you? You're already the person you've been waiting for. You just haven't acted like it yet. The strength, the courage, the wisdom, it's all there. Dormant, maybe, but not absent. Think of your life like a battlefield. You're not the soldier watching the skies for reinforcements. You're the general. You command the strategy. You choose whether to charge, retreat, or rebuild. And sometimes the smartest move is to stop hoping and start acting. Being your own savior doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means starting alone, with conviction, with discipline, with an unshakable belief that no one owes you rescue, but you owe yourself everything. So next time you feel lost or stuck, don't look up for a sign. Look inward for strength. And if you really need a hero, go stand in front of a mirror. Then ask that person, what are we going to do about it? Number 6, why self-pity is a dead end. Self-pity feels good for about 5 minutes, like eating junk food. But just like a sugar crash, it leaves you drained, stuck, and wondering why nothing's changed. Stoicism teaches that indulging in self-pity is like sitting in a leaking boat and crying instead of rowing to shore. Marcus Aurelius never asked, why me? Instead, he asked, what can I do with this? That shift is everything. Life isn't always fair. People will disappoint you. Plans will fall apart. But wallowing doesn't make things better. It just makes the hole deeper. It's okay to feel pain. The Stoics didn't avoid emotions, but they refused to become their emotions. There's a difference between saying, this sucks, and this defines me. One is awareness, the other is surrender. So next time life punches you in the face, don't reach for a pity party. Reach for action. Cry if you need to, then wipe your face and get back to work. The world doesn't care about your excuses, but it will respect your discipline. Number 7, the world owes you nothing. We often walk through life like someone owes us a refund, a better childhood, a more supportive partner, a lucky break. But here's the Stoic slap in the face. You're not owed anything. This isn't a punishment. It's actually your liberation. When you stop expecting life to deliver what you deserve, you start creating your own results. You stop being a beggar of fate and become a builder of destiny. Epictetus was born into slavery and became one of the greatest philosophers of all time. Why? Because he didn't waste time blaming the world for what it didn't give him. He mastered what he did have: his mind, his choices, his attitude. Life may not be fair, but it's incredibly responsive. It responds to effort, discipline, consistency. Stop waiting for fairness. Start building fortitude. The sooner you stop expecting handouts, the sooner you'll have hands strong enough to build your own empire. Number 8, tough conversations with yourself are necessary. One of the hardest things you'll ever do is look in the mirror and say, I'm the reason I'm not where I want to be. It's not fun. It doesn't trend on social media, but it's the start of every real transformation. The Stoics believed in truth, even if it hurt. Seneca didn't sugarcoat his shortcomings. Marcus Aurelius literally journaled about his own arrogance, procrastination, and ego. That's not weakness. That's strength in raw form. You can lie to your friends, your boss, even your followers, but if you lie to yourself, you've already lost. You can't fix what you won't face. Growth begins when the excuses end. Start asking yourself tougher questions. Am I really trying? Or am I just hoping? Do I actually want this? Or do I just want the feeling of wanting it? Honesty is harsh, but it's also the door to real power. And real saviors don't avoid the truth. They chase it. Number 9, how to embrace the grind without resentment. Becoming your own savior means embracing the grind, not just enduring it. Complaining about the work while doing the work is like yelling at your shoes while running a marathon. It's loud, pointless, and doesn't make the finish line any closer. The Stoics saw effort as noble. They didn't glorify struggle, but they didn't run from it either. In fact, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, The grind is the path. Most people resent the grind because they see it as a punishment. But what if you saw it as preparation? What if every tough day, early morning, or lonely effort was building something sacred inside you? Resilience? When you stop whining and start welcoming the grind, everything changes. You stop fighting the path and start walking it. With posture, with presence, with pride. The savior you're becoming is forged in discomfort, not daydreams. Number 10. Saving yourself means serving others too. Here's a plot twist you don't hear often. Once you start saving yourself, you naturally become someone who can save others. Not by coddling them, but by showing them how it's done. By example, not empty motivation. Stoicism isn't selfish. In fact, Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that his duty was not just to live well, but to serve society, to be useful. But how can you lift someone else out of the mud if you're still stuck in it? Saving yourself means gaining the clarity, strength, and vision to support others, not out of desperation, but from abundance. It means you become someone people can rely on, not someone waiting to be rescued. And when you live that way, with inner power and outward service, you don't just save yourself. You inspire others to save themselves too. That's how change spreads, not from the top down, but from within, one person at a time, starting with you. If no one has told you this yet, you are capable. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're just at the moment where you finally stop waiting and start rising. If this second part resonated with you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to support this movement, and share it with someone stuck in their own waiting room. Because remember, you're not here to be rescued. You're here to rise, lead, and liberate.